one of the questions that came up, um, nowadays there's a lot of talk about, I don't know if you ever read the Cal Newport books about digital minimalism. So some people think that the answer to this is to focus your online time on a few carefully selected activities that support the things you value. What do you think about that? What?
Well, it sounds, on the face of it, it sounds a common sense approach to life is, put your attention and energy and time into things that matter to you, and don't put too much time and energy and attention into things that don't matter to you.
Sort of
Is
Marie
it?
Kondo.
Well, to me, it's like it looks like sort of common sense, like for anyone to get clear. I think for all of us, we've been conditioned, each of us, in families, schools, cultures, workplace environments, and that sort of thing. And good thing too, like there's nothing wrong with a bit of civilizing influence on us, okay? But as a result, a lot of times we've picked up other people's ideas about what we should want and what should matter to us and what should be important to us, rather than getting clearer and clearer on what really matters to you. What do I want to experience in my life? What's important? What looks valuable to me? What looks worth doing? And my own experience is, the clearer you are about who you are, what's important to you, what matters to you, what doesn't matter to you, what's valuable to you, what's not valuable to you, the clearer you can be about how you spend your time, what you prioritize, what you deprioritize. I'll give you an example. When I last had a job, which was a long time ago, it was like 1990, the late 1990s. And I had started making the move to working for myself. And so that journey for me involved contracting, and then starting my own business and that sort of thing. And so while I was contracting, which was a step towards greater freedom and greater independence and doing many of the things I wanted to do, the company I was contracting to offered me a job. And it was a very attractive salary and package and position and all that sort of stuff. And I said, no, thanks. And they were like, but it's a great package. And I was like, yeah, but I'm good. I like what I'm doing. They said, but job security, you'll have job security. And I was kind of like, that doesn't look real to me. That doesn't look important to me. What looks important to me is freedom and being true to myself. And that looked more valuable to me than money. Mm-hmm. And so but if I didn't know that, if I wasn't clear on that, then I probably would have taken the package and we wouldn't be having this conversation today. So I think, I mean, maybe I'm I'm not familiar with Newport's work. Like, I know he wrote a book called Deep Work, right?
Yeah.
But I haven't read it.
But also that is common sense. It's at the end is do a lot of deep work, and then it's the idea of the book can be summed up in a phrase. So you close yourself, you do like your 30 minutes or 1 day or 1 week or 1 month of deep work, and then you create work that is better than most people that are distracted all day.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a vote for focusing your attention and energy and not being distracted, I'll vote for that. But it looks to me, it looks kind of common sense that if you put your time and attention and energy on the things that matter to you, that's going to create more optimal results than if you put your time and attention and energy on things that don't matter to you, that aren't important to you.
I think what makes the case, the elusive obvious that makes the case for for this new paradigm you're speaking about and the principles behind clarity is that I think Michael Neal expressed it well in his TED talk, saying, "Why aren't we awesomer?"
Mm.
So yes, okay, everybody knows that it's common sense to you should give attention to the stuff that matters to you in life. But if anyone in the modern world just takes a look around, you can see how few people are actually doing it,
Yeah.
or how few people are truly productive, or they're enjoying their lives. And we have so much information out there that seems to give you the answer to it, but it's truly not making. If this information, we would have to be Superman by now. We would have to all be successful billionaires with the perfect waistline and the perfect job and enlightened like Buddhas. So I think that when you were speaking, I was really thinking about this. I was
Mm.
really thinking about how this, just looking at this, it kind of trust us a bit outside of this scheme of searching for information continuously and searching for the common sense of someone else externally.
Well, here's the other thing that occurs to me in relation to that. The other thing that this understanding gives to people or allows them to discover is an inner source of security and well-being that they may have not suspected that was there. And if a person doesn't know that they have within them a source, a reliable and persistent source of security and well-being and peace and love and aliveness, if we don't know that that's already there within us, then we innocently go looking outside ourselves for it. We go looking outside ourselves in achievement or status or money or power or fame or recognition or video games or you can look at the whole topic of digital stress in a way is an example of people looking outside themselves for something that can be only found within.
Mhm.
There's a joke about a drunk guy late at night, and it's like 2 a.m, and he's scrabbling around in the dark in the grass underneath a street light. And a policeman comes up to him and says to him, "What are you doing?" And the drunk guy looks up and goes, "I'm looking for my keys." And the policeman goes, "Oh, I'll help you. Where did you lose them?" And the guy goes, "A couple of streets over." And the cop goes, "Well, why are you looking here?" And the guy goes, "Because the light's better here." Well, we're all like that to some degree in the world of stuff, the world of things, of jobs, of money, of people, of apps, of games, of smartphones. The light's really good there. But what we're looking for, and what everyone's looking for, is relief from stress and worry and anxiety and frustration and fear and anger.
Mhm.
They're looking for a sense of peace and well-being and love and connection and joy and aliveness and security and happiness.
Mhm.
And it can only be found where it is, which is inside. That's the only place we can ever find it. That's the only place it ever comes from. But the light's not so good there. The light's great in the world of online media presence and Instagram and money and uh, approval. The light's great out there, but what we're looking for isn't there. And if you're looking for something where it isn't, how long is it going to take to find it?
Mhm. Mhm.
You can only find it where it is, and it's inside.
Mhm.
And this really, really applies. And it can be tricky because, for example, people that I see really interested in topics like digital minimalism, they feel like they are part of a minority. So they feel like, oh, the majority is searching for something inside of social network and internet and the phone and everything, but we're going to find what you're looking for inside of digital minimalism, inside of a specific set of techniques and beliefs that in the end are going to make us be more productive and more effective. And it's the same trick. It's the same trick. The words are different, the definitions are different. We're not a majority, we're a minority. And there are actually some really good points there, like in, for example, the work of Col Newport. Like he's making a very good description of certain things that they should be obvious, but clearly we're not. Like, oh, if you are not focused and you never do like deep work, but you're doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that, you're not gonna achieve much. It should be obvious, but a lot of people, up until they saw how he was describing that, they didn't thought about that. For them, it was, wow, that's actually very interesting. But then the little part that you explained that I would really, really love for a lot of people to realize is realize what we have going for us on the inside, what we have as an innate capacity of achieving results, of being focused. And that is not a problem if in a certain moment we don't feel that way. And since that is not a problem, we should not obsess about finding a technique. Actually, I think that that's what's one of my most precious insights at the moment that I realized that a feeling is not a problem. I mean, in that was powerful. That I felt so light when I realized that. And I felt a bit old as well, because I thought I spent so many years just reacting on that.
But some people go their whole lives and never realize that. I think it's beautiful what you said, Andrea, that a feeling is not a problem. You know, we are built to be able to feel anything. We can feel the full range of human emotions. And it's funny, you know, if you look at a little child, like a toddler, like a 3-year-old, they'll go through the full range of human emotions in a single day. And yet their set point that they return to again and again is clarity and curiosity and engagement. We're actually far more resilient than we realize.